What's up, y'all? It's me, Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another Raising Kanan Season 4 Theory and Prediction video. Now, the topic for today's video is Rock survives into the OG power timeline and even becomes rich by becoming a paid informant, starting off with taking out the Italians and then later growing and taking down other main important wealthy drug dealers similar to Mecca himself. I know if you're familiar with my channel, you will realize that I made a video last week stating how Kanan lied and there is no way Rock is alive within the OG Power timeline. And when he spoke to Ghost about visiting his mom, he had to have meant he never went to visit anyone or he visited her gravesite. But that was until I watched the end of episode 2. And ever since that final conversation that Andre, the lawyer of Rock, had with Rock, I began to think there has to be something there. And also, currently while I'm making this video, I seen that Getting It How I Live was thinking the same thing and made a video for it. And I'm going to touch on some things that either he purposely left out or he didn't think to add. And I'm going to speak more in regards to how this will affect Marvin and what this could mean for Marvin and how all of these things connect. This video is going to be another banger. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so when I tell you guys that Rock escapes prison by becoming a paid informant and bringing down the Italians, and maybe Marvin too, how do we know it could get this way? Going into the season, I was growing tired of the Italian mafia plot point myself. But after watching the end of episode 2, I started viewing things differently. And now, I believe that the writers always intended on wrapping up the series with a huge mafia-fed case that would give us lots of Easter eggs and lore drops along the way. First off, from the past, we know Rock is already a rat. She likely told on DEFCON, she told on Unique once already, and she probably got Marvin locked up for the first time as well. Rock may get to a point where she sees there is no way out of the problems that she's in. She won't be able to prove Unique is alive. She's going to have the feds on her back about murders. She's probably already been seen going in and out of Stefano's facility, right? And there probably is a secret snitch within Stefano's organization that can implicate Rock and Marvin into different events. Now, what it may mean for Marvin, the feds may require Rock to give up Marvin as a way for them to solve the Sal Baselli murder case. And that would be the only way. And Andre, who is Rock and Marvin's lawyer, already said Marvin has been seen going in and out of Stefano's place of business recently. So here's the thing. He was seen leaving Stefano's place recently, and then he goes and kills a guy who works for Stefano. That guy himself may have been a secret snitch. We never know, right? But there will be some kind of backlash to come from that, right? Now, when it comes to Rock and who she may snitch on and how or if she may snitch on Marvin, right? We have to pay attention from this point on to how she moves in episode 3 and moving forward. Now, she never ever told Howard, hey, yo, Marvin wanted me to give you up. But if she doesn't immediately tell Marvin that the feds are watching him, then she's definitely weighing out her options and just might give Marvin up in order to save herself and Kanan. Now, even though there's still a chance we will see Marvin die by the hands of the Italians before it's all over, as far as Lou goes, he been away from the smoke for a while and he been in rehab. So there isn't really anything that can stick against Lou in court. So if something happens to Marvin and Rock, Lou would be left without them, creating the opportunity for him to still own the bar and be Ghost's father, even though I still don't believe that theory myself. I was about to say rumor. But all in all, when it comes down to it, there's no way Rock is going to do prison time for any Italians. Especially when we find out that Stefano will probably try to give up Rock and them first. But because Rock is a bigger fish, pun intended, they're going to say, look, Stefano trying to say this, but can you implicate him on this, that, that? We'll take him down and let you get off scot-free, right? Or you could just be in with Sec. But another thing to remember is how this all could lead to the introduction of a younger Tony Teresi, who we will likely see introduced next season in some kind of way and may be the person to kill Marvin and then get snitched on. There will be a huge Italian Fed case. Now, another thing that I want to add as well is how Unique factors into all this and how this could still lead to Unique being breezed. But you know what? Y'all gonna see that in another video that I'm gonna drop today. And y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace. Also, what I want to say is, since Rock could likely become a paid informant, like Andre told Rock that the offer was on the table, before I even address what I'm about to say, we got to understand that for them to offer her a deal already, it means that they have something on her. So now if she takes this deal and she agrees to cooperate, now we're looking at a situation where on a smaller scale, Rock becomes the Raising Kanan equivalent of a Mecca, where maybe we will see, maybe we won't see, that Rock becomes somebody who gets paid and continues to get paid to infiltrate other crime organizations and then snitch on them for the bread. And I haven't done extensive research, but what I heard was that when they pay snitches, depending on who you bring down and the work that you put in, they pay handsomely. So it's likely that on a smaller scale, Rock becomes the GOAT of global snitching, or rather, the GOAT of domestic snitching. Peace. And also, I want to add on, right? If she's very successful at infiltrating other crime organizations and taking down other drug dealers, we have to understand that at some point, the government may actually let her rock even more, whereas she can have a whole nother identity in a whole nother area of America. Or they could just be supplanting her in different places in America to infiltrate other drug organizations and let her build some kind of wealth at the same time, right? Giving her the opportunity to still sell drugs if she want, still be a big kahuna if she want in some kind of way, as long as she reports to her higher authorities. So she could still kind of live the life she wants to live and still call the boys to come in if things get too hectic. She could still avoid being killed in a lot of ways. She could continue to avoid prison. And maybe she's been doing this all the way up until the OG Power timeline. Meaning that at some point, through Tariq's dealings, he may run into Rock and not even know it's Rock. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Like, shit, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's gotta get that. That's touch my ink. That's on the dome, nigga.